Hello dear children, we are going to learn extraction of aluminium. Okay, see this is an aluminium here which is shown in the picture. So we have to extract aluminium from its ore. So let's understand what aluminium is. Aluminium, as it is a reactive metal, it does not occur in nature in free state. Okay, so aluminium is found abundance on the earth's crust. So after oxygen and silicon, aluminum is the metal which is found in a large quantity on the earth's crust. So aluminum is extracted from its bauxite. Okay, that bauxite is the ore, and in that bauxite we have 30% of 30% to 70% we have aluminium oxide, and the other things are gangue. So as aluminium is highly reactive or highly electropositive element, so it does not occur in free state. It is one of the top 5 elements of reactivity series. So it is highly reactive element, or it's a metal. So it is generally found atmospheric oxygen, generally found reacting with atmospheric oxygen, and is found in the form of its oxide. So we get aluminium oxide into the nature. So what's the formula of aluminium oxide? Al2O3 dot NH2O. A mineral from which metal can be economically extracted, as you know, it is called as, so from its ore. Okay, it's called as the ore of that mineral. And most common aluminium ores, these are bauxite, corundum, cryolite and alunite. In India, most of the aluminium metal is extracted from its bauxite ore. So India has large deposits of bauxite aluminium ore in Gujarat, in Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Uttar Pradesh and Karnataka. Here we have given a list of common aluminium ores with their chemical formula. See the ores of aluminium, some of their you are familiar with. These are aluminium ores. These are bauxite. See its chemical formula, Al2O3 dot 2H2O or dot NH2O. Corundum, that is Al2O3, cryolite, Na3AlF3 and alunite has many substances in it, K2SO4, Al, SO4, all those things. Okay, these are in mixed form. So this is an ore of aluminium. You could see how it looks like. So wherever you find this type of stone, it has a lot amount of aluminium in it. Okay. So aluminium, due to its property in different fields. So main uses of aluminium. Why we require aluminium? First we should understand. Okay, aluminium is widely used in aviation. Aviation means in the aircrafts, that is your aeroplane, helicopters. We have been using aluminium vessels since ages. Many types of utensils of aluminium are available. Aluminium is also a good conductor of heat. So we make utensils. So it is used in many alloys also. It is used in electrical wires, your computer wires and big cables, large cables are there, thick cables. They use aluminium inside, as it is a good conductor of electricity. It is also used in the aluminium foil to keep the things warm. You know, aluminium foil we use for our food substance. So this aluminium is a food grade aluminium. It is used in the packaging industry. Paints are prepared by mixing aluminium powder in linseed oil. Okay, paints are also prepared using aluminium, and it is used in explosives also. Explosives means firecrackers, as well as wherever the fire is required, ignition is required, there aluminium is used with the explosives. Aluminium is also used in the extraction of gold and silver. It works as a reducing agent for many organic reactions. It is used in thermite welding. So the process of extraction of aluminium is, here you could see the steps. These are the steps of the process. That is one process, concentration of bauxite ore. that is done with the help of Bayer's process. Okay, so what Bayer's process is in those steps 1, 2, 3 and 4 steps. What 4 steps are? Digestion, clarification, precipitation, calcination and alumina. Okay, so what in this Bayer's process? Bauxite is being crushed, okay, ore is crushed and made into fine powder, then it is subjected to this digester, okay, for digestion. In digestion what is there? Those impurities are leaching process. So that leaching process we call it as Bayer's process or either Hall's method. So what Bayer's process? See here now, a crusher, you could see inside the crusher the bauxite is crushed, made into fine powder and then passed to the digester. Now in that digester what is there? In the digester that bauxite enters and then it is being leached. So what in the digester it is? NaOH, that is the caustic soda, and at high temperature, the temperature here in the digester is 140 to 150 degree, and in a high pressure this bauxite is being kept soaking, okay, at the temperature of 140 to 150 for 2 to 8 hours. After the soaking, what happens here? The aluminium oxide, which is amphoteric in nature, it reacts with NaOH, okay, and forms water soluble. What it forms here is sodium aluminate inside the digester. Okay, so this bauxite is leached in sodium hydroxide to form sodium aluminate. Okay, iron oxide in the gangue, it does not dissolve in sodium hydroxide and it is separated by filtration process. See here, filter. What is filtered here is those things which do not dissolve in sodium hydroxide. So what dissolves in sodium hydroxide is the aluminium oxide, that is the bauxite. From bauxite aluminium oxide is dissolved, as well as silica is also dissolved. Silica oxide is also dissolved. So two things are found here in the filtrate. One is the sodium aluminate and another one is the sodium silicate. After that, this thing is precipitated and taken into a precipitator. In precipitator, here you see precipitator. In precipitator what happens? First its temperature was 140 degree to 150. In precipitator the temperature is lowered down. Okay, it is lowered down to 50 degree Celsius. As water is added for lowering down the temperature, here sodium aluminate becomes precipitate to form aluminium hydroxide. Okay, sodium aluminate precipitates to form aluminium hydroxide. As precipitate, a curd-like substance is formed. This is again filtered and calcined. Okay, calcination is being done. Calcination means to removing out hydroxide from hydroxyl from aluminium. Okay, in calcination what it is done? It is this precipitate is taken out, filtered, dried. See here, dryer is also there. Dried, made into powder. We get aluminium hydroxide powder. This aluminium hydroxide powder is calcined. Calcined means it is heated at 1000 degree Celsius. After heating, hydrogen is removed out and oxygen is combined with aluminium to form alumina. Alumina is Al2O3. Yes children, here is a video which is showing you how aluminium is made. Okay, just see what the video tells us. Okay, here see the primary source of aluminium is the bauxite. Okay, bauxite is removed out So the rock which is composed of hydrated aluminum, these are found in the tropical regions. Bauxite is mostly found in the tropical regions. Okay, so these mines are there of bauxites, and these mines are superficial mines. These are called as open mines or open cast mines where bauxite is found. Okay, this bauxite is collected. So 4 tons of bauxite gives 2 tons of alumina, and from 2 tons of alumina we get 1 tons of aluminium. Okay, so first it is transported and then brought into the factories, into the industry for Bayer's process. As you have learned the Bayer's process, in Bayer's process this bauxite is being crushed. You could see crushing is there into fine powder, then it is grinded. Okay, small bauxite particles are mixed with the heated solution of caustic soda here in digester. Okay, and further in digester this slurry is again heated. Here the temperature is given, but you follow the temperature of your textbook. Okay, and sodium aluminate is formed. This sodium aluminate is clarification. It is clarified, it is washed, filtered, and precipitation takes place. It has to be cooled down and formed into crystals. Okay, after mixing it with water. Further this precipitate is filtered. Okay, all these alumina crystals which are there, hydroxyl aluminum hydroxide crystals which are there, they are filtered. Okay, and then calcination, it is heated to 1000 degrees Celsius to remove all other things, and we get alumina. Now this alumina, you could see it is very fine powder crystal. Okay, and it is ready for extraction of aluminium. Okay, now this alumina which is there, it is converted into molten aluminium through a process, Hall's process. In this process a reduction cell is there, reduction cell where electric current is passed. Okay, where alumina has to be separated from oxygen by reduction in the reduction cell. See, in the reduction cell what all things are there. Okay, this is a reduction cell where a container, the cell is been lined by the carbon lining, and electrodes are released inside, that is the carbon blocks are released inside, and alumina feeder is there. Feeder means from where the alumina will transfer inside the reduction cell. The melting point of aluminium is 2000 degrees Celsius, and so to lower down the melting point, what is used here is the fluorspar and craolite. Okay, so carbon blocks are manufactured there on the sides. Now alumina which is positively charged will go towards the negative charge lining. Okay, and positive charge oxygen, see what happens in the electrolyte. Alumina, oxygen is being broken down. Okay, again we'll see here the carbon blocks are inserted inside the electrolytic cell. Okay, and in the electrolytic cell what all things are there here, positive electrodes, that is anode, and carbon lining, it becomes negative electrode. Okay, so see what happens, these are alumina, Al2O3. Alumina, it is oxygen is broken down and aluminium is molten. From carbon electrode carbon dioxide is formed, oxygen is taken by the carbon. Okay, as well as the molten alumina is there, it is sucked by a crucible and transferred wherever it is required for making the final products. Okay,